Ministry News brings you latest news information across the various ministries, agencies and parastatals. Let's keep you informed. The federal government has charged the board of the Rural Electrification Agency (REA) to ensure that more rural communities are provided with electricity to boost economic activities in the villages. The Minister of State for Power, Mr. Godi Jedi Agba, who gave the charge in Abuja on Thursday during the inauguration of the REA board, said government was mindful of the economic and social impact that electricity provides. The board will be chaired by Mr. Abdulaziz Musa Yaradua with engineer Ahmad Salihijo Ahmad as managing director. The Minister of Defense, retired Major General Bashiru Salihi Magashi, has assured officers, soldiers and their families that their welfare will continue to receive the deserved attention as a matter of top priority. The Defense Minister stated this in his speech as a special guest of honor at the Army Headquarters Garrison's End of Year 2021 West African Social Activities WASA held at the Army Headquarters Garrison Parade Ground, Abuja. He expressed satisfaction with the performance of the Nigerian Army under the watch of the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, in defending the sovereignty and integrity of the nation along with other services. The Minister of Police Affairs, Muhammadu Meigari Dinyari, has said the federal government remains committed to deepening and enhancing the capacity of the Nigerian police force through reforms to promote the rule of law and protect human rights of citizens. The minister spoke recently at the kickoff of the Northwest Police Public Complaints Committee (PPCC) sensitization campaign in Sokoto. The minister said the PPCC was established to bridge the gap between the police and the public against misconducts and other infractions the force commits against the citizens. Dinyari assured Nigerians that President Muhammadu Buhari's administration was determined to internalize initiatives towards having a secured and crime-free country. The Federal Executive Council has approved Nigerian citizenship for 286 foreigners out of 600 applications. The Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, disclosed this on Wednesday after the council meeting presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari. According to the minister, the number of those whose citizenship was approved by naturalization stands at 208, while 78 applicants were approved by registration.
Applicants are from virtually every part of the world: Americans, North and South, Australian, Europeans, Arabs, Asians, all over.
The federal government has pledged to resolve the issue of welfare and unimplemented agreements in order to avert a strike action amongst aviation workers. This was stated recently by the Minister of Labour and Productivity, Chris Ngige, during a meeting with officials of the Ministry of Aviation and the Aviation Workers Unions in Abuja. The minister was reacting to the strike threat issued by aviation workers under the auspices of the National Union of Air Transport Employees, NUATE, and the Association of Nigeria Aviation Professionals, ANAP, on the 8th of February over poor welfare amongst other issues.
Minimum wage took effect from 18th of April 2019, and the consequential adjustments done same year in October took a retroactive effect with that 18th of April. Therefore, this entails that everybody will get arrears, including those who have resisted the system.
Welfare of workers is at the heart of this government, in our hearts, is at the center of our thinking processes. So I feel good, and it's something that really ought not to have been here, the family issue, but to fully document it, we found it necessary. And I want to thank the Honourable Minister for Labour and Employment, who took it up in issue and ran with it. and it was an amicable atmosphere. We discussed the issues, and they have been resolved.
Meanwhile, in a recent development, the Minister of Labour and Productivity, Chris Ngige, on Wednesday stated that the federal government would look into the threat by ASU. He further noted in an interview with journalists that most of the union's grievances were domiciled in the Ministries of Education and Communications and Digital Economy. And finally, on Ministry News, the federal government has called on relevant stakeholders to make concerted efforts towards ending drug abuse among youths in the country so as to prepare them for employability, entrepreneurship, as well as future leaders. The Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Mr. Sunday Dare, made the call this week in his office in Abuja when he met with the representative of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Mr. Oliver Stopp, to bolster partnership on drug abuse prevention and control. Speaking earlier, Mr. Oliver Stopp stated that the visit is a follow-up to the launch last December of the National Drug Control Master Plan by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA.